Hello everyone, today I will be talking about the MUET listening component. MUET, which stands for the Malaysian University English Test, is designed to assess the English proficiency of students in four key areas: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Among these, the listening component is especially important because it evaluates students' ability to understand spoken English in real-life situations and also in the academic context. So, in this presentation, I will guide you through the test format, the skills you need to succeed, the common types of question, and some practical tips to perform well in the MUET listening section. So, by the end, you will have a clear understanding of how to prepare effectively for this part of the exam. The main purpose of the MUET listening component is to measure how well students can understand spoken English. So the test does not include academic lectures or formal talks, but also conversations and announcements that might occur in daily life. This is important because in university or professional settings, listening is critical skill. You need to understand instructions, discussion, and presentations accurately. Listening tests evaluates your ability to identify the main ideas, capture supporting details, understand the speaker's opinion, and determine the purpose behind what is being said. Developing these listening skills can also help you improve your overall English communication abilities, not just for the test. So, moving on. So, the listening test is approximately 30 minutes long and typically consists of around 30 multiple choice questions. And the test is divided into three sections. The first one is usually involves short conversation between two or more speakers. These are the everyday conversations, such as students asking for help from a lecturer or two friends discussing an assignment. The second section features thoughts or monologues, for example, a lecture, public announcement, or a speech. The third section involves the longer discussions or interview, where more than two people may be talking, often sharing opinions or debating a topic or whatever. So each recording is played twice, giving students a chance to check or confirm their answers. And this format tests both your listening comprehension and your ability to concentrate on multiple types of spoken material. Moving on, the MUET listening component assesses a variety of skills. First, you need to listen for the main idea of the conversation or lecture, which is general message the speakers want to convey, and also to pick up specific details such as names, dates, examples, key points, or anything else. Understanding the sequence of information is important, especially when instructions or events are presented in order. Another skill set is recognizing the speaker's opinion, attitude, or purpose, for instance, whether they are suggesting, advising, or warning about something. And finally, the test also checks your ability to interpret meaning indirectly. Sometimes speakers may not state something explicitly, and you need to infer the meaning from the context, tone, or choice of the words. So developing the skills is essential not only for the test, but also for the academic success in general. So, in the test, we contain different types of questions. Main idea questions ask you to identify the overall message of the passage or conversation. Detailed questions focus on specific information such as facts, numbers, or examples. Inference questions require you to go beyond what is directly said and understand what is implied. So many students face challenge the listening part. So one common difficulty is when speakers talk too fast or use unclear pronunciation. Another challenge is when there are multiple speakers in a conversation. This can be confusing if they interrupt each other or speak simultaneously. So sometimes the recording contains complex or unfamiliar vocabulary, especially in academic terms, which may be hard to understand. Finally, students often struggle with remembering other details while listening, especially when information is presented quickly. So, to overcome this challenge, practice and strategic listening are essential. So, for next, to do well in the listening part, there are several practical strategies you can use. First, read the question before the recording starts. So this helps you know what information to focus on. And pay attention to keywords such as names, number, or technical terms. Taking notes while listening is very helpful. You do not need to write everything, just short phrases or important words. Listening for transition words such as however, firstly, or in conclusion can help you understand the flow of information. Finally, after the second listening, review your answer carefully and make any necessary changes. So using these both strategies can improve both accuracy and confidence during the test. So after the exam, we can improve listening skill by regularly listening to English media. This includes news, podcasts, or online lectures. Summarizing what you hear in our own words is a great way to check comprehension and remember details. And finally, simulating the exam condition by timing yourself while practicing helps you get used to the pace and pressure of the test, making the real exam less stressful. So next, so in summary, the listening part evaluates your ability to understand spoken English in both academic and everyday contexts. And students are tested on identifying main ideas, specific details, and effort meaning. While the test can be challenging, developing effective listening strategies and practicing regularly can significantly improve performance. So remember, listening is not about the hearing words. It's about understanding the message, the purpose, and the details accurately. And by preparing well, you can approach the listening part with confidence. So thank you for listening to my presentation on the listening part of the MUET exam. I hope the session has given you clear understanding of the test format, the skills required, common question types, and strategies for your success. So listening is a skill. It's a skill that can always be improved with practice, and using these tips will help to perform not only in the exam but also in academic and professional situations. Thank you.